My name's Colin, and I'd like to tell you something today about kiosk printers. I've got quite a variety here in front of me, from the high-end 80mm receipt printers with full retract, something like an ATM machine would use one of these two, so that if the customer doesn't take their printed receipt, the receipt can be retracted and put in a bin inside the ATM kiosk. They can go right down to very simple machines, simple cut and drop units with just a printer and a cutter and a paper roll holder. Something like this one would be used in a fuel pump, and this one in a gaming machine in a casino with a fireproof plastic front that you could stub a cigarette out onto. But what I really want to talk about today is the paper protection that you need when you're dealing with public-facing kiosks. The customer, as you could imagine, if they wanted to, could block the paper path, or they could try to damage the paper roll in some way and render the machine inoperable. So what the manufacturers do, they've got several methods, from a full presenter, which is a device that can hold the front end of the ticket while the rest of the ticket is being printed, then cut the ticket, and only once it's cut from the main roll would the ticket be fed forward out to the customer. That's the first time the customer would see it. This printer here is somewhere in between, and the other end of the scale is a cut and drop method. Now that's simply print the ticket, cut it, and drop it down a chute, and the customer only sees it when it falls to the bottom of the chute, just like you would get when you pick up your receipt from a car park ticket machine. You bend down and take it out the bottom of a tray. This one, if you want the functionality of a presenter, or as close as you can get to it, but without paying the extra cost, this one is a very good compromise. Let me show you how it works. First of all, I'll just print a normal ticket. So print and cut, and there's your ticket. Now if I wanted to try and damage the machine in some way, maybe I'd block the paper exit. Now when I do that, the paper forms a loop. I've prevented it from coming out front. It's lifted a small flap with an optical sensor on it, and that's told the printer that the paper path is blocked. I then remove the blockage, and it continues to print a full ticket again. The other thing I could do is to try and pull the ticket before it's finished printing. Let's try that. What this has done is simply torn the same ticket into two pieces, but the ticket has still come out, and hopefully the printer will still work, which it does. So let's run through that again. I can block the paper path. It lifts the flap, stops the printing. Remove the obstruction and it prints. And then I can try and tear the ticket before it's ready. And I've got two halves or two parts of the same ticket, and the printer still works. So if you need the functionality of a presenter but you don't want to spend the extra money, or maybe you can't have the extra bulk of one of those printers, then maybe the Custom Engineering TG2460 is a good alternative.